Is it live?
Yep. Hey guys, Lindsay,
Hi.
Jeff, coming in
Jeff.
from Medford Knife and Tool.
Medford Knife and Tool.
We're about to show you some knives that are headed to the Medford Guy. Y'all know where to find them. You can find him at themedfordguy.com. Check out his Instagram. Give him a call. His
Beautiful
number-
selection here for sure.
It is. His number is 608-213-4869. Let's show you what's on the table. All right. Actually, let's start over here. This one, we haven't seen many of them go out into the wild. This is the Mizuchi. This Mizuchi is made with 20 CV blade steel. It's PVD coated. And then we have our OD Green G10 handle, PVD hardware. And then we have our OD Green Kydex sheath with a Tech-Lock belt clip on the back. Next few knives on the table, these are the M48. M48 is has become one of our most popular flipper folding knives since we introduced it in 2021. This M48 has a Magnus edge on the tip here, so you got a little bit more meat for doing some work with. This specific knife has a tumbled S45 blade, black hard ano on the presentation side, tumbled titanium locking side, flamed hardware, PVD clip. The next few on the table are very similar with a hard ano on the presentation side, tumbled blade, tumbled spring, and colored hardware and clip. This one is beautiful. It has the bronze pivot, bronze OTL, and that bronze clip. Cool thing about this specific knife is you can take this clip off, reverse it to the other side, make it left pocket carry friendly. So a lot of our lefties are really excited about this knife as well.
That bronze and burgundy looks nice. That's a nice color combination.
They do complement each other very well. The bronze pretty much complements any color that we offer. And then this one also looks really nice here with the tumbled S45 blade. We have the blue, it's like a bluish green color on the hard ano, and then we have a beautiful color blue on the hardware, standard colored clip.
What's the dog's name again? I forget. Not Schmedler.
Willie,
Willie. Okay, cool.
right?
Yeah, that sounds right. I like
Did I
it.
make it up, or is Willie the Jeep?
We'll find out. Someone will let us know, I'm sure, in the comments below.
Willie. All right, cool. Next few knives on the table. These are the Praetorian Slim Flippers. This is a sunsetted model, so if you see it, you like it, you want it, call them, check it out on the website, order it, get it. This one right here has a S45 PVD Tonto blade, and then we have a nice bead blasted with brushed violet, rose. What do we call this one? Bark sculpt. On the back, we have the same sculpt, and then we have a nice PVD hardware and clip combination to complement the blade there. This is the next one on the table, simple and sexy, all PVD, S45 on the blade steel, and then we have the flamed hardware.
Boom!
We have the PVD clip that has that nice little bronze outline on there that pops out as well.
Oh, that's very nice.
Very nice. You want to talk about one, Jeff? You want to talk about that one? That one's pretty. That one's Tracy's favorite.
Not now that you said it was pretty. Nope.
Okay. Jeff doesn't talk about the pretty ones. So this
I have
one,
a face for radio, so we'll let Pretty talk about Pretty.
okay, he's going to talk about the badass ones. This one is an S45 tumbled Tonto blade with a Predator sculpted handle on this slim midi. On this Praetorian Slim Flipper. It looks like it might be
this is
brushed
so
on the
delicious.
peaks, but I can't tell. It's just gorgeous, I know that. And then we have the bronze hardware, OTL, and clip.
Well, these Magnus edge, these are something else. Wow.
Yeah, they're super beefy edges there.
Yeah, they are. Wow.
So this one right here has 45 PVD Tonto, and then we have our Faced in Flame pattern on here. Absolutely gorgeous. Thomas has been doing a great job with the flaming. And then we have a PVD spring, PVD hardware, and PVD clip. All right, I'm gonna let you take over on some because that one's big
All
and
right, cool.
badass.
This is a knife I haven't seen in quite some time. This looks like an emboulet, super cool. As you folks know, it's kind of deployable two ways. You got either the traditional kind of fuller groove or this flipper cam, not an exact flipper like on the Gigantes or the Proxima per se. So what have we got here? It looks like it's PVD and S45 blade steel. Looks like we've got violet anode hardware, and then what's this sculpting? Is this Predator?
Yeah, PVD
Wow.
with brushed violet.
PVD with brushed violet, and we've got a brushed violet clip, purple hardware, OTL, super cool and sexy. So this is something else. This is a real nice knife. I don't know how well that comes up. So an emboulet, if you haven't seen those out for a while, there's good reason. And then now we're going into our flagship Praetorian series. As you know, we make these in kind of small, medium, and large, and then I guess El Grande when you're thinking about a Titan. So here we've got a PVD example. Basically, it's a full blackout. Yeah, this is full blackout, right? This is what we would call full blackout.
Yeah, murdered out.
Murdered out. So we've got an S45VN blade, PVD, PVD hardware, PVD handle and spring, PVD clip, drop point. As many of you know, the number one configuration in the micro is definitely a drop point. We do many, many less in the Tonto version, so that's a micro T. Another micro T here. God, is this satin? That's not just poly, isn't that satin?
No, I think that's tumble.
Are you kidding me? That's our fucking tumble?
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
Jesus. Okay. So another micro T. This has bronze anode hardware. Looks like we have a flamed clip. With a tumbled blade, another drop point. So we've got a blue spring, and this is just a flame pattern.
It's faced and flamed.
Faced and flamed. I don't know how well that comes up with the light. Tracy, you do a great job with that. Here we have another micro T. This filigree pattern, S45VN drop point. Looks like bronze anode hardware. What are we calling this laser pattern?
Art
Nouveau.
Nouveau.
Nouveau. That's for Jake. And bronze clip and hardware. Another micro T, again, S45 drop point. So actually 3 drop points. So for those of you that want a drop point, I would grab one of these.
And it's sunsetted.
And it's sunsetted, right? We're not sure when that means it's going to be sunrise. Everyone thinks we sunset for a year and then sunrise. That's not been the case since we started sunsetting. And just so you know, too, for the internet warriors out there, sunsetting is not discontinued. And it's not like a game we play to try to manage it. Because of our production and supply and demand, there are models that we decide to basically sunset to give them kind of a break in the marketplace. And really from a manufacturing perspective, we may be upgrading the tooling, or we want to showcase some other models. We don't have unlimited capacity, so this knife may not see the light of day for 2 or 3 years. So if you've had your eye on a micro T and it's been sunsetted, I would grab one and not wait around. It may come back next year, it may be 3 or 4 years. And if in fact it does come back, there could be a material change to it. You wish you had the legacy version. So another micro T. Now we're into the Genesis. This is our first Vulcan, I think, on the table. So CPM S45 Tonto and Vulcan. I'll be honest, what's this?
Peaks and valleys.
So Peaks and Valleys sculpting. It looks like we have a blue violet kind of hybrid anode hardware. Same clip. Got it sculpted on the handle and the spring. This is a sexalicious knife. You talk about having a face for radio. This is not that knife. Wow. This is another Tonto S45VN Vulcan Praetorian Genesis T. What do we call this?
It's
Dragon?
cobblestone.
Oh, cobblestone, because it goes that way.
Cobblestone. Okay, and then dragon skin goes this way, right?
I believe so.
So this is another hand sculpted knife. This actually is not really bronzy. It's more like a coppery bronze, right?
Like yeah, this one has a little bit more rose in it, so I think
Rose.
that's why it complements differently on the
Wow.
clip.
Well, you guys know when we have a Vulcan blade, at least I think you know, we do very few Vulcan blades, like way less than 10% of our overall run. We basically build the knife around the blade. It's one of the few knives that's the case. Usually the knife configuration is the handle and spring and the blade is the blade. With Vulcan blades though, it's the other way around. The knife literally is built around the colors and the patterns within the Vulcanness of the blade. And this is the goddamn nicest knife on the table. Jesus, look at this thing. And this is going to Jake. He'll have them before Blade Show. Probably won't even be around for Blade Show. And then I'll turn it back over to you. So we have 2 Genesis Ts, 3 micro Ts, or 4 micro Ts, all drop points. And then Lindsay will take us home with the full-size Praetorians and a very special knife at the end.
We have 4 Praetorian Ts, all with Vulcan blades that are headed to Jake. I think this also shows very well how we do complement the handle to the blade. So as you see on this Vulcan blade, there's a lot of bronze that comes through on this. It's absolutely gorgeous. So it is an S45 Vulcan drop point blade. And then we have our bead blasted with brushed bronze, stained glass sculpted handles here. And the colors on the handle and the colors and the hardware just complement each other so nicely with the colors in that Vulcan there. And then on the back, ooh, this is nice. We got a nice color pop with the Galaxy flamed clip there.
Is that stained glass? That's
Super
Vulcan?
sexy. This is stained glass.
Oh, very nice.
I'm pretty sure that's my favorite sculpt.
That is beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Especially on that platform, you have a lot of room to work with there, and the guys do a great job in the custom room.
So this one you can see less bronze coming through in the Vulcan. This Vulcan blade does pair much better with a tumbled colored handle. So we have a S45 Vulcan Tonto blade. We have tumbled handles, and this is a gorgeous, gorgeous flamed pivot there. Can you see it? Do you see how pretty that pivot is?
Oh, that's
Awesome.
spectacular.
Do you see that?
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay,
It was like
let's-
that one down here. It was like tricolor.
Oh yeah. And then we have a brushed and flame clip there. Super sexy. Next, Praetorian T on the table. Again, this is an S45. We have the Vulcan drop point on this blade. You can see the bronzes that are coming through on that. And then we have a bead blasted blue with brushed bronze lightning sculpted handle. We have the flamed pivot. Oh, another galaxy flamed clip. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh wow. All right, we got a special guest. Special gift.
What's up? What are you
You
doing?
want to talk about these knives at all or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Marauder and a Praetorian T.
Yeah. We call
Nice.
that warp speed and we call that dragon skin.
This is Warp Speed.
Yeah.
That's cool. I've not seen that sculpting yet. That must be relatively new.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either.
But we do need to talk about Jake's thing before we disconnect.
Who's these for?
It's going out to the Medford guy.
These are, yep.
So those of you, as Greg has just joined us, so we've got Blade Show coming up. I think we're T-minus 5 weeks. For those of you that are Arizona or regional, we're going to be out at CanCon this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Ben Avery. So for those of you that are local and regional, come join us. The Medford girl will be there and a special guest appearance. Greg's going to be there as well as some of our other staff. Going to have a great time out there at CanCon. And then Blade Show, we've got a lot going on. We've got 5 or 6 new models scheduled to drop. We've got Jake, since this is his video, doing his Titan giveaway. If you're not familiar with it, get to his website. For $100, you can be entered in to win the most ultimate Medford ever.
But it's
And-
not just that. Like, you use that $100 towards the purchase of a new Medford as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just an entry to win the Titan.
Right, details are on his website, but get to his website. He's selling tickets fast. There's a limited number to have a chance to win that knife and to support Jake and the brand. We're at booth 224, so for those of you that have been to Blade Show before, it's a similar location. And we're going to have, of course, the ASK booth there, and we're really looking forward to seeing you folks. We're going to have our normal chicanery and shenanigans. Greg's checking out some knives on the table live. We're going to have giveaways, of course, ASK, MKT in the same booth, 224. So come check us out at Blade Show. And these knives are heading out to the Medford guy. And when do these ship? This week?
Today.
They'll ship. All right. So if you have an eye on one of these, you know how this works. With some of these knives and these configurations, they won't last long. I would be calling Jake today as soon as you see this video. And if you've got one of these that you're interested in, either get it on deposit or better yet, get it bought because they won't last long. Okay.
These are sexy.
Yeah, super cool.
I see we're doing a 4 for S45VN, huh?
Yep.
They give you lots of details, don't they? All the gals, when they do these videos, they give you so many details. I'm like, hey, batch of cool knives, check it out. Totally different, like.
We might have
it's-
you do the videos.
I was going to
It's-
say they like all the videos.
Yeah, I know, it's so funny. Did you guys see the video I did yesterday, the unboxing of that?
No, I heard about
It
it.
got a
Still
lot
right?
of views too,
Yeah.
huh? It was pretty cool.
Actually, my dealer from Australia told me about it. He's like, oh, I watched Greg's video today. I was like, okay,
It was
Arizona.
kinda fun.
Better go
Get the,
tune
get
in.
the Blade Show. And just to put a final note on it, of course, Blade Show Atlanta is coming up just a few short weeks. We'll also be at Blade Show West, which is in Utah in October. And we'll be at Blade Show Texas, which is March of next year. So
Do we have anything going on for Centurions? Are we doing a
we do,
Centurion?
for sure. Yep, we have our
All right, so
normal-
hey, don't forget we're doing a Centurion dinner. So you go to medforduniversity.com to become a Centurion, and then you're eligible to come to that if you like. That's great fun. Did you guys let them know about that?
We
Not
just
yet.
did now.
Oh, okay.
We saved that for
just
you.
we just let you know about that now. So go to medforduniversity.com. We put the videos together years ago so you could kind of see our process. Originally, what happened was I came out with a bunch of knives, and I said, "Oh, he must be having them all made in China." And I said, "No, I make them all." And they're like, "No, you don't. They're all made in China." And I said, "Well, okay. Well, let's just show videos of us making them so they know they're not made in fucking China, and we don't drink Bud Light either." Now listen, I don't care about trans people, and neither does Jake. We don't mind trans people. I actually been to drag shows. I like trannies. I lived in a tranny building in Seattle on Pill Hill when I was in my rock and roll phase with one of my friends. They thought we were a gay couple. Turns out we were just roommates. I was pretty sure all along. And our first night out on Friday night, we go to get into the elevator to go out for a night out of town in Seattle to see what kind of unshaved, funky, hairy armpitted girls we might pick up with unibrows and attitudes like they were from New York City. Just the heffalump crowd of the planet. And they had the biggest attitudes in the world for just being the frumpiest fucking girls I've ever seen in my life. And the best looking broads I saw in Seattle. My entire time there, I shit you not, were dudes. They were 6'7" with heels on. I saw the prettiest Betty Grable you've ever seen, 2 Marilyn Monroes, and a Dorothy, like from The Wizard of Oz. My buddy Rich and I, we go to get in. I've got a guitar. We're going out. I'm playing at a place. We get into the elevator with these 4 gargantuan beauties. Now, it took me a second to kind of connect the dots as I kind of checked them out. from top to bottom, and they were so happy to be checked out by a couple of straight guys. Anyways, I looked them up and down. So totally, I'm pro tranny all the way. Medford Knife and Tool, pro tranny. I'm at least L and T. I don't have the other L. What are all the other letters? I'm L and T for sure. I'm pro lesbian. I'm pro tranny. Don't mind the gays either. I actually, God, I spent a whole 2 weeks in Europe, Christmas and New Year's, and I had a gay painting instructor. I learned how to paint, and I hung out with mostly gays. And so I guess I got the G, I got the T, and I got the L.
Oh, nice. Almost
Yeah.
the
I think
complete
that's
alphabet.
what
That's
it
a
is.
bunch. Those
And
are
the plus.
I'm old school, so that's kind of the mainstream. The LGT. I'm LGT friendly. So is Medford Knife and Tool. I want to reach out. I want to have a special message from our sponsor today, from Jake the Medford guy, and from me. I can tell you, I can speak for Jake on this matter. For all of you Adam's Apple women out there, I want you to feel comfortable reaching out to us for your knife needs. If you need a special little knife to go into your garter, you know, right in your leg, a little special thing, we'll make it for you. If you need something to go in that perfect clutch, fine. If you need a little dress shoe knife that goes into your size 18 pump, we'll make it. We are pro L, G, and T. I'm working on the other letters. There's only so much I can do at once. All right, video back to you guys.
Boy, okay. Well, on that note, we will wrap this up. Thank you, Greg. I'm assuming that's going to get some viewers and viewership. So one more pan of the knives on the table. We'll show you the new Viceroy that's going to be landing at Blade Show. Our first butterfly Bali song called the Viceroy. And again, I mentioned 4 or 5 other models. So is he gone?
He's out.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh, boy.
So Jake, you got a batch of hot, sexy knives coming. Probably be sold before Blade Show, I'm sure. So for Jeff and Lindsay, Medford Knife and Tool, and for Tracy behind the camera, and Marla in shipping and receiving, give them a shout to Marla.
Check her out.
She's
Check her
in
out.
that camera.
Check her out.
Yes, she's the one that makes it all happen behind the scenes. Make sure you get the right knife in the right box to the right fucking
there's-
state, country, and continent. And don't forget Ronnie, 2024, back in the corner. Marla's favorite. All right, guys and gals, thank you.